Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that, as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and administrators.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
Should not criticize players on either team.
Should not boo the officials.
should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans.
Should cheer for your team.
And show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
On behalf of our school board and our McAllen ISD family, I want to welcome all of you to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thank you for supporting sporting events in our public schools. Your love, your energy, and your passion is what drives our student athletes to excel on the field. Enjoy the competition and best of luck to both teams. Thank you.
And welcome to another edition of Football Night in McAllen ISD. Hi, I'm Mark May, along with Mario Reyna, and welcome to our Halloween edition of our show. We've got some scary graphics there for you here at DQ Fan Field, but nevertheless, it's always a happy occasion whenever we get to call a game from here. And tonight, it's going to be the Mackay Bulldogs taking on the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Mackay's homecoming nonetheless, so a lot of spirit will be in the crowd here tonight as we celebrate all the past classes that have been here. And of course, they've got our district game between Mackay and Rio Grande City. Mario, how do you see your keys? What are your keys for tonight?
Well, we know Mackay has lost some real close games, so they have to bounce back today, start early, and then, of course, reduce some mistakes. That's why these two teams have lost a lot of games, right? And at the end of the day, they both have to try to finish strong. It seems like they can't finish at the end when they've had opportunities to win. So this is basically a must-win game for the Mackay Bulldogs.
Yeah, if there's any chance for a playoff appearance for either one, they do have to win tonight. Almost a de facto playoff game, if you will. Let's check in with our player profile now. Earlier this week, we got to talk to offensive lineman Maddox Braxton from the Mackay Bulldogs.
My name is Maddox Braxton. I play left guard for the Mackay Bulldogs.
Very good blocking on the left side of the Bulldog offense. Maddox Braxton.
My job as left guard is to create lanes for my running back and to give my quarterback time to make plays. I love to be the guy and with all my other guys to help make plays for our little guys. My favorite play to run is outside zone. Outside zone, I love climbing up to the next level, and I love making plays and giving my running back lanes. I also love to pass protect, make sure to help my quarterback look good on Friday nights. My personal goal is to be an all-district player and just be the best person I can be on and off the field. My plan after high school is I just committed to Tufts University up in Boston, and I plan to study economics and finance.
Maddox Braxton, real interesting young man, plans to go to Tufts University in Boston, where he wants to study civil engineering. So a very smart young man as well. Nice to see that in the favor of one of the captains on the Mackay Bulldogs in Maddox Braxton. Let's check in now with our players to watch for tonight. And starting with Rio Grande City, they have a top-notch running back in Alex Alanis, number 2 right there. He's their running back, scored 10 touchdowns last year, and he's the go-to guy for them out of the offensive backfield under Coach Abel Gonzalez. So it'll be Alex Alanis, we'll hear his number called tonight. And then looking over at the Mackay Bulldogs, how about their wide receiver, Cinco Jones? Jones, mainstay on the offense, will catch passes, a frequent target for quarterback Joaquin Valdez. And Cinco Jones will look to be calling his name a number of times tonight. He's one of those that likes to go deep. They like to try to get him open on the deep routes, and we'll see how that works out tonight for Mackay. Let's take a look at our starters for tonight for the Mackay Bulldogs here on this homecoming night. And we'll start with the offense there. The backs and receivers, Valdez at the quarterback. Then he's got Andres Garza at his running back spot, only a sophomore there. And then the receivers are tight end Joseph Rivas. We mentioned Cinco Jones, Tristan Keith, and also Talan Garcia. Then the offensive line, Maddox Braxton, we mentioned, he's a junior. Then they've got one senior there, and Baldemar Guerrero getting the start tonight. Brian Bazan is also in there, Diego Villegas in the middle, and the left tackle, Adam Gonzalez. Looking at the defensive line, a four-man front, Mason Briones and Cash Frisbee on the ends. In the tackle spots, Fletcher Frisbee and Joaquin Buitron. And then the linebackers, we've got Oliver Schwartz and Brian Pettis. Pettis drawing his first home start. And then for the secondary, a five-man secondary, Aiden Ayala, Alex Corpus, Will Hawk, Pablo De La Rosa, and Sebastian Ramirez.
Mark, who made those graphics?
Oh, that was our crack team here working all week on that. We've got the Halloween graphics there for this Halloween night. We know it's a little bit of a spooky theme here. It's our last game in October.
I guarantee you, Mark, there's nobody in Texas or any high school football that has graphics like that. Awesome.
I'll try to take a look at the results now for the two teams. You can see that great graphics there.
Yes.
Our crew have to enter this for contest next year. And you see Rio Grande City, Mackay, neither one doing that well in the playoff chase as the Rattlers looking for their first win. They're 0-7, have lost to Roma and Pioneer, and then Brownsville Veterans Memorial. That was in the pre-district race. Then opened their district campaign against McAllen Memorial, then placed La Jolla Palmview, Mickey Rowe, and Mission High are the teams that they have faced. Then looking at the Mackay Bulldogs, opened with the loss to Los Fresnos and then PSJA Memorial. And then at Ed Calchelsa, they had a narrow loss there. We talked about those narrow losses they've had. Juarez Lincoln is their one victory. Edinburgh Bella, they fell to Memorial, a very close loss, and La Jolla Palmview, a close loss. So only 4 points deciding the last two games for the Bulldogs, who seem to be improving. It's just not showing in the win column.
Well, they do have the quarterback. He's got experience, and the playmakers. They just got to be more consistent, and the defense has to come in and have more stops.
All right, so a gorgeous night for football here at DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna here, just moments away from kickoff between the Mackay Bulldogs and the Rio Grande City Rattlers. It's the first year that they've been playing each other in the same district after the district reshuffling this past year. District 16 5A Division 1. Top 4 teams will go into the playoffs. Right now, both Mackay and Rio Grande City on the outside looking in, so to speak. As we hear the alma mater from Rio Grande City, that'll be followed by the alma mater of Mackay, and then they'll be recognizing their veteran of the week.
And it's also homecoming, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It is homecoming. And so you've got a lot of classes here from the previous years. They're kind of on the fives that they're honoring. The 2015 class, the 2005 class, the 1995, 85, 75 classes, even I think 1965 some are out there. We saw Pikey Rodriguez, who was a class of 1968, and Bucky Rodriguez, who's a class of 63. Both made their way up here. So we know a lot of Mackay Bulldogs from past and present are out here tonight to enjoy this one. Beautiful night for football, good weather. Not too humid, and no hint of rain. And we've got the Mackay alma mater playing right now. A great job there by the McAllen Mighty Bulldog Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Noel de la Cruz. A great job with the alma mater. And we'll have their Veteran of the Week coming out here in just a moment. First, before we do that, we'll look at our officials for tonight.
And the officials are representing the Rio Grande Valley, Texas Association of Sports Officials. This is a unique group because it's a brother combination. The referees Jesus de la Cruz, umpire Juan de la Cruz, head linesman Juan Lopez, line judge Eddie Badillo, back judge Enrique de la Cruz, number 3, field judge Philip Rendon, and the side judge Justin Badillo. 7-person crew.
Now, both teams have to agree on the officiating crews, don't they?
Yes, the UIL has always had that as a rule that both teams have to agree. So it's hard sometimes to come up with the officials, so the association assigns them. But coaches are allowed to scratch a certain crew that will never appear in their games. And other than that, they leave it in the hands of the, what they call the chapter assigning secretary. So it all works out pretty good at the end of the day.
So the assigner, I guess his job is to make sure that you have a pretty much neutral crew assigned to the different games.
Absolutely, and it's hard when you have a 7-person crew, but there's a certain rule by the TASO standards that it talks about conflict of interest, and the officials have to abide by that. And it's the best thing to do because the perception is what hurts officials sometimes. They might have made a mistake, an honest mistake, but people are going to say, no, he graduated from that school, or he has a child at that school, so it's just the best. I'm looking at the Veteran of the Week. Is that Diana Cepeda?
It is, and of course we saw there our JROTC lined up. Miss Diana Cepeda is our
guess what, Mark?
U.S. Army veteran.
She's one of my former students that went to Zavala Elementary, and there's her mom. Awesome. And the daughter is the one right there in the white, obviously.
Yeah, her mom is a McAllen graduate, class of '85, and her daughter Sarah is also joining. Diana Cepeda served 8 years in the U.S. Army, rose to the rank of specialist, earned the Army Commendation Medal, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, was deployed to Iraq twice and Afghanistan once. Now an RLA teacher at McAllen's Travis Middle School.
Fantastic student back in the day. She was awesome. Her and her family, they were all real good kids.
Bulldog Battalion flag bearer.
Now we're going to have our national anthem. It'll be performed by Trip Shira right there at the goal line. He's an all-state music student from last year.
Get ready.
Now a senior for the McAllen High School Choir. He's also earned a Best Actor in a Musical Award in the 2024 Palm Awards. And was a UIL Most Outstanding Soloist at the state level last year, as well as a Texas All-Stater. Trip Shira.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, outstanding job. You can certainly see why he's an all-state music student, one of 16 all-state music students produced in McAllen ISD last year. We see our ROTC color guard marching off the field. And we're just moments away from the kickoff now. I see Mackay be wearing mostly gold uniforms here tonight with the purple and white. Rio Grande City will be wearing mostly white with red. Mackay in the playoffs the last 3 years under Coach Patrick Shelby. But on the outside looking in as we enter tonight, so definitely they need to put something in the win column to stay in that playoff race where the top 4 will advance to the state playoffs. And showing up on that scoreboard, showing the hype video to get the crowd excited. The hype video produced for Mackay earlier this year. Is also one for the Warrior home games and for the Mustang home games. So we look at the Rio Grande City Rattlers with the red helmets, the white uniforms.
Well, pretty much the Bulldogs, we know this is a must-win situation, but they control their own destiny. I mean, they can take this one and the next 2. We'll see what happens with the other teams. We don't know, right? But it could go down to head-to-head competition.
Yeah, Mackay will finish up against the Mission Eagles, and then they've got the Row Warriors,
so
crosstown rivals.
Those are the teams that are right ahead of them, so they got to take care of business. Very capable team. We know they are. They've got a lot of good players on both sides of the ball, but things have just not been happening.
Yeah, 2 close losses to Memorial 2 weeks ago, and then La Jolla Palmview on the road last week. Just a 1-point loss was that one. Maybe looking to bounce back tonight. That's why one of your keys, Mario, I know, was closing out games. As they did have chances in those 2 games to pull out victories, as we see both teams racing onto the field now. And they'll have the coin toss at midfield, and then we'll kick things off. And Mackay and Rio Grande City. Rio Grande City, their head coach. Now, he's quite a legend in Rio Grande City circles, isn't he?
He sure is. He made a lot of people look at him because he came out of Rio Grande as a 100-meter specialist.
So Abel Gonzalez.
And he could run. I actually saw him in the state final run. And if it wasn't for, I don't think he had the best of starts, but I think he finished 3rd or 4th. And yeah, he's one of those special runners that had natural speed.
I think I see him there giving him some last-minute instructions to his team. So we see his captains walk out onto the field. Yeah, Gonzalez he's been at La Grulla there in the Rio Grande City School District for the last 14 years. And now is the first-year head coach with the Rattlers, his alma mater. You can see the Mackay captains, Will Hawk, number 7. Joaquin Buitron is in the middle. And then Oliver Schwartz on the right side. The other captains tonight, the quarterback Joaquin Valdez, Maddox Braxton, their guard, and Tristan Keith, a wide receiver. We mentioned Alex Alanis. He's one of their captains as well for Rio Grande City, along with offensive lineman Javier Rios. Get the other numbers in just one moment. You see 24 there, Omar Alanis. And also number 35 is Bruce Benavides.
McAllen, one toss, elected to receive.
Bulldogs will receive.
Rio Grande will kick north to south.
And it looks like the Rattlers will be defending the south goal.
No
South
surprise
end zone.
there, Mark, on winning the toss and taking the ball. In a game like this, you want to see if you can quickly get off to a good start. But that game against Memorial 2 weeks ago, I think, has been the most exciting game on this field this year. It was something else. We were close to going overtime, and just
Yeah, Mackay had the ball trailing by 3. The last minute of play, we're advancing, trying to get into field goal range, and then interception by Memorial with 14 seconds left into those hopes. We see Coach Patrick Shelby in his 6th year as head coach of the Bulldogs.
Well, it almost seems like yesterday when he first started here. But getting back to Memorial, Mark, they only have 1 loss, but boy, what happened to them last night?
Oh, yeah, they ran into a buzzsaw at Bergvella. Talk about Halloweens. We look at the graphic there.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, but it was early Halloween, I guess, for Memorial.
When they have a graphic like that, mark with your name and my name, I'd love to take a picture of it and send it out as our as our Halloween best wishes to people.
Yeah. You and I don't even have to wear a mask.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're already in proper outfit.
Yeah. Okay, Rio to kick off.
Friday Night Lights underway.
And here we go. We're underway in this District 16 5A Division I game. Bulldogs return across the 25, across the 30, and upended is Joseph Rivas. Macayo had good field position to start off here. Just underway here at DQ Fan Field.
Looking across the field on the east side, where you have, we'll take a look at the replay, where you have the Rio Grande City fans. Man, hats off to all these Rio Grande City fans that made the trip down here. The team hasn't won, but they're here supporting their kids. The tackle for the Rattlers was number 21, Victor Rodriguez.
All right, so here go the Bulldogs. First and 10 at their own 34. Shotgun snap to Valdez. And the first pass of the game goes to Tristan Keith. Keith races up to for a gain of 2. It'll be second down.
And all you try to do is get your playmakers the ball, see they can make things happen, especially after they catch the ball those yards after contact. And on that tackle was number 24, Omar Alanis.
See Keith there. And comes in motion here on second down and 8. They hand this off. This is the running back. 22, Andres Garza. And Garza races up for a first down, up near midfield all the way to the 49. A gain of 13 on the play.
And who do you follow? One of those kids that was highlighted, Maddox. Doing a good job of opening up the hole on the left side of the offensive line.
And on first and 10, Valdez to throw, and this is a caught. And it looks like another first down as they move into Rio Grande City territory, and a catch that time by Delan Garcia.
This is how the Mustangs have had success, Mark, by being a balanced kind of team, and also by, as we take a look at the replay, also by using the hurry-up offense. They set up, they go, and it doesn't allow the defense to make adjustments.
So Valdez out of the shotgun again, another first down, another quick pass, and now here's Jones, Cinco Jones with his first catch. Fighting his way up to about the 32 and a gain of 4. You know, earlier today, Mario, a number of the Bulldog players were at Milam Elementary School welcoming kids as they getting dropped off, and you should have seen the look on those kids' faces.
I can imagine.
Literally looking up to their high school heroes.
Absolutely.
They were welcoming them, a kind of a surprise visit there. Cinco Jones was one of them.
Nice.
So second down and 6. Valdez to throw, and this is tipped and almost caught, almost intercepted as well. It was intended for 88 Garcia.
It should have been intercepted. Those are the breaks or the plays that the Rattlers are failing to make this year. That's why they haven't had success. But getting back to those kids, Mark, I know when I was an elementary PE teacher, any of the athletes would come and visit our kids. They were always excited. And my grandson, being a student at Gonzales Elementary, always talks about the Mustangs that go down there and pay a visit.
Omar Alanis almost picked it off in the last play. Third down and 6 after the incompletion. Here comes the blitz. They get this off in time. This is caught. That's Keith with it. Keith breaks a tackle and has the first down. If he hadn't broken that tackle, would not have gotten the first. Right. So the second effort, the Bulldogs are able to keep the drive alive.
You're right. That's what they want to do, Coach Shelby. Put your athletes, give them an opportunity, and that's a missed tackle right there. It would have been a 4th and about 5. But Keith made it happen. He has a first down, 4 more downs for the Bulldogs.
So we see Keith right there, already has 2 receptions, 9.5 to play in the first quarter. Bulldogs on the march at the 22 of the Rattlers. Here Valdez elects to keep it, loses a yard in the process. So it'll be second down and long.
On the stop,
And the
number
tackle
24,
again was
Omar
Omar
Alanis.
Alanis. He read the quarterback, was not
No gain.
fooled by the fake handoff. Those plays usually work, Mark, especially after successful passing plays. Good job by Alanis on that one.
So we're second down. We're going to call it 10 here as here's Garza with the reception out of the backfield. Fights his way all the way to about the 16-yard line, a gain of 7. And bring up third down and short.
And what quarterback Valdez is doing, he's reading the blitz. When they're coming in, the Rattlers from the left side, he's just throwing over the blitz.
This is the same kind of game plan we saw them open with Memorial with a lot of success, isn't it?
That is. And right now, 3rd and 4, they can run the ball because it could be 2-down territory or a short pass.
Four-man rush, little flare out to Garza, who breaks a tackle, has the first down inside the 10, all the way down to the 7. And another broken tackle by the Bulldogs leads to a first down.
And you got to believe that defensive coordinator for the Rattlers, Roy Pena, is probably not happy because the Rattlers have had an opportunity to not allow first downs, but because of 2 broken tackles, the Bulldogs are in business inside the 10.
First and goal at the 8. Here's a run left side all the way down to the 2-yard line. First carry of the game for Joseph Rivas.
12, Hector Fuentes.
Joseph Rivas running. He was hungry. He knows where the end zone is.
Again, the Bulldogs with the hurry-up offense. But Rivas and Garza in the backfield with Valdez. He'll give it to Garza, who's hit behind the line of scrimmage, brought down by Alanis.
And Alanis is having a heck of a game already, Mark. You already called Omar Alanis several times.
Yeah, he almost had that interception a few plays ago.
He's basically coming in unblocked.
Yeah, made that tackle there. So it's 3rd down and goal from the 2.
Quarterback keeper.
It looks like what it is. No signal yet. Now there's a signal, and the Bulldogs have the touchdown. Touchdown for the Mackay Bulldogs, and on their opening drive, they get in from 2 yards out and are leading 6-0.
That's a good sign for the Mackay Bulldogs. That's why they won that coin flip. They decided to take it, put their offense on the field. They have been able to score points.
Wow, 12-play, 66-yard drive.
No penalties.
Now lining up the extra point. This is Cash Caceres. Kick is up and away. Plenty of distance, and it is good. Caceres good on the extra point. The score now 7-0 in favor of the Mackay Bulldogs, with 7:03 to play here in the first quarter. Masterful drive that took almost 5 minutes off the clock. The quarterback going in for the score. 7-0 our score. We'll be back with more football night in McAllen ISD after this.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We're here for you every step of the way.
And welcome back. Hope you're enjoying our Halloween-themed broadcast. Rio Grande City able to run a short kickoff back to around the 30-yard line. That's where they'll start with their first possession here. 7-0 our score after a 12-play, 66-yard drive by Mackay. Valdez going in from 2 yards out on 3rd and goal. And the score is 7-0.
Good job on that, making sure Michael Rosa not fumbling the ball so that the Rattlers could have an opportunity to start their possession.
First down is a handoff, nowhere to go for Alanis. Alanis surrounded immediately by Bulldog defenders, and it's a loss of yardage. Take another look here, see 3 Bulldogs getting into the backfield. Schwartz was one of them. First one on the scene was Brian Bettis, a linebacker.
Mark, you could expect the Bulldog defense to force the Rattlers to put the ball in the air. They're gonna come at you because they know the Rattlers, they like to run the ball.
They're back to throw. This is a team that likes to throw and run, and here's going to be a first down as the quarterback, Aaron Gonzalez, able to thread the needle to R.J. Bettis and pick up a first down. Look at this.
Pretty nice little pass right there. Good concentration in the middle of the field by R.J. Bettis, making sure he caught the ball first before he ran.
Gain of 21 on the play.
Defensive end, 48, Mason Biones.
So first down for the Rattlers. They hand this off. Alanis with the big hole. Actually a different running back. This one with that big hole. And a first down all the way into Bulldog territory to the 34-yard line. That's a terrific run there by the running back, Ryan Mendez.
Very good job by Ryan Mendez. He's pretty quick. He got to the hole quickly. He also broke another tackle. If you take a look at him right here where he broke the tackle, and after that, he gained about another 10 yards.
It's going to be Mendez. They fake to him this time. It's a pass out to the right side. Breaking a tackle and fighting his way up to about the 32 is the receiver to Andre Rodriguez with his first catch.
Good hustle by the defense, gang tackling. Alejandro Corpus came out to help out. What's going on out there, Mark? We've already seen several missed tackles by both teams.
Yeah, both teams.
That's what hurt the Rio Grande City. They missed 2 big tackles that would have prevented a first down and then a possible interception. But
so on the tackle, one of the Bulldogs, Pablo De La Rosa, their safety. And here on second down, they're going to hand this off up the middle. Big room across the 25 to about the 24. It's going to be close to a first down for Alanis.
On that one right there, Market. We know the Rio Grande City running backs are fast. So they're getting to that hole quickly. And, so far, the Rattlers here in their first possession, they're not looking like a team that has not won a game.
24.
Yeah. Both of these teams have shown a prowess to be able to score points. And we've seen both teams move the ball here in the opening quarter. Mackay up 7-0. First and 10 here for the Rattlers at the Bulldog 24. Quarterback Gonzalez going to hand this off. It's up to about the 20 for a gain of 4. That's Alanis on the carry once more.
And actually, the running backs for the Rattlers are having success because the offensive line for the Rattlers, they are controlling the line of scrimmage. They're pushing back on the defensive front line from the Bulldogs.
So second down and 6 now for Rio Grande City. Gonzalez will go out of the gun once more. He's going to hand this off to Mendez. Mendez a little smaller back than Alanis is. As Mendez fights his way up to the 15.
Another push by the offensive line led by their center. Left guard and right guard, so that only makes it a 3rd and 1.
Ball spotted in the Bulldog red zone, the Bulldog 15.
For the first time Rio Grande City has faced a 3rd down here on this drive. They're at the Bulldog 15-yard line. Gonzalez out of the gun. It's going to get this on a sweep, and it's not going anywhere as the Bulldogs were all over that. De La Rosa in there on the tackle. Also in there was Brian Bettis.
I guarantee you the play caller for the Rattlers wishes that he could call this one back because he tried to go out. They were in a 3rd and 1 situation, Mark, and they were having success running up the middle. But now, on a 4th and 7, it appears like the Rattlers are going to try to get at least some points by going for a field goal. 4th and 7.
Looks like Rodrigo Uribe will line up to take this kick.
38
Rodriguez is the holder. Here's the kick. Drifting right side and no good. It was a 38-yard attempt that was just drifted wide to the right. It was a little bit short. And so Rio Grande City comes up empty on their first drive. Score remains 7-0 with 2:43 to go here in quarter number 1.
Well, the Bulldog defense, they gave up some yardage, but at the end, it's how you finish on defense, Mark, and they had to stop it. They did not allow points. You'll see the Bulldog offense stays hot here in their second possession.
So Bulldogs have it again at their 21-yard line following the miss. Valdez, play action, has time, nowhere to throw. Now he's going to hit his Rivas out of the backfield. Rivas, plenty of room down the sideline. This from a foot race, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat. Oh, and he's going in for the touchdown. How about that? Joseph Rivas takes it the distance, 79 yards to the house.
Joseph Rivas gave him a 79-yard reception for a touchdown, but it was all about Valdez not panicking, Mark. When we take a look at the replay, Valdez had plenty of time, but he did not panic and throw the ball when he was supposed to. He was patient and waited for Rivas to be open, and boy, was he open. So I don't know if you call that a, what do you call it, a trick or treat kind of play?
Oh, great play there. Just hit him on a short pass out of the backfield, but Rivas on pure speed, able to take that to distance, 79 yards. Here's Cáceres, extra point try. And this looks good. It is, and the score is now 14-0 in favor of Mackay with 2:26 to go in quarter number 1. So they had a lengthy 5-minute, 12-play drive to open. And now they strike with like a lightning bolt.
That was something
with
else.
With one
so
play, yes.
I do want to say number 30, Cáceres, the kicker. I guess he cashed in for his second extra point, right?
Yes.
And I want to say that kid is such a nice kid. When he sees me down there, he always comes and says hello. Real courteous, like most of the McAllen Bulldog kids are. So now, Mark, you look at Rio Grande City. That's what's hurt them all year. The little mistakes, and then they went from they were hot on a roll on a 3rd and 1 and went to a 4th and 7. Had an opportunity to put 3 points, they don't, and then some miscommunication on the defense on that last play cost them a big play, and then they start looking at the scoreboard and they go, we're down 14-0. Here we go again.
Have the smile cam going right now. A lot of smiles out there with Bulldog fans. Less than a week from Halloween. And here's Cáceres with the kickoff. To be fielded about the 4-yard line. And across the 20, and that'll be it there, thanks to a nice open field tackle by Riley Ousley. So a return there by Dante Flores.
Here's the replay, Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, about 6 seconds, Mark.
He let his, that gave Rivas enough time, who was lined up on the right, to come all the way over to the left side of the formation and catch that pass in stride, and then was uncovered and able to take it the distance. It's like running the sprint relay there in track. 79 yards for a touchdown and 14-0 lead.
And you could see how excited Joaquin Valdez was.
Handoff, Alanis. Alanis hit in the backfield, almost lost the football. Does a good job to hang on to it. But only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You probably see an adjustment there by the defense for the Bulldogs. That was the first time they actually got into the backfield real quickly. He almost, well, he did lose the ball, but lucky bounced back to him.
Will Hawk on the tackle.
Will Hawk.
Wasn't quite able to see who got the first contact, though, in the backfield. But 2nd down and 10. Here's Gonzalez handing this off. Mendez straight ahead. And Mendez is going to be wrapped up and brought down by Simon Pardo.
Number 22, Ryan Mendez.
Just running hard up the middle.
21.
They've had success up the middle.
6-yard pickup.
This is a time for the Rattlers, Mark, with 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. They got to see they can get a couple of first downs like they did in the last possession and keep the ball. Because the McAllen offense right now is playing very good.
So here it is, third down. And short, about 4 yards. And the pass is incomplete. Would have been good enough for a first. Not quite able to hang on to it was R.J. Bettis.
Defending number 7, Will.
And that'll bring up fourth down.
And that was pretty close to a completion. But that's what happens. That's the difference between winning and losing. Lack of execution. Just barely missed it. Like you said, Mark, if they complete that pass, they get themselves a first down.
So Rio out there to punt for the first time. Oh, and it goes off one of his own players, I believe. Takes a big Rattler bounce here. It looked like kind of a line drive that went off one of his own teammates.
I think one of the Bulldogs rushers pushed the Rio Grande City player that was blocking.
Take another look at it here. Hard to see which player it hit. But it did take a nice Rattler bounce. But the Bulldogs will still be in good field position here inside Rattler territory, the 48-yard line. There's 50 seconds left in quarter number 1. It's been an exciting first quarter. 2 touchdowns, a missed field goal. Bulldogs with it in good position here at the 48-yard line. We'll give this on a sweep to the left side. And that's the first carry for Jackson Henderson.
And the defense for the Rattlers read that one all the way. They probably saw it on the film. They knew it was coming because they were ready for it.
No gain there.
Vicente Rodriguez was in on the tackle right there, your number 44. Looks like the middle linebacker.
So second down and 10. 5-man rush here for Rio, it looks like. They drop 1 as they rush 4. Valdez steps up in the pocket, now wants to run. Nice little open field tackle there by Omar Alanis as Valdez picks up some good yardage across the 45 to the 43. A gain of 5 on the play. It'll bring up third down.
I don't know if Omar Alanis is a senior because we don't have the classifications, but if he is, expect him to be in the Rio Grande Valley Football All-Star game.
I think we just reached the end of the first quarter. So we take one more look at that. There, a good job by Alanis too, as Valdez looked like he had a lot of room to work with. We've reached the end of 1, and after 1 quarter, it's the Bulldogs 14 and the Rattlers nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. And we're back. Here's a third down and 5 here for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 3 for 3 on third down. Valdez looking to his right, now being flushed out. Lets it go. It's into traffic and it's incomplete. Had Jones in the area, closely covered by Luis Peña. And it goes incomplete.
It's incomplete, Mark, but where the ball is at, thinking that Coach Shelby is probably thinking about going for it. And is it a third down? Maybe there was a penalty out there, Mark. And yes, the referee is going over there to ask Coach Gonzalez if he wants to take the penalty. So
homecoming participants to come to the track at the beginning of the second quarter. We need all homecoming participants.
We have holding.
Holding.
On the offense. Penalty decline. Fourth down.
It is going to be a fourth down, Mark.
Would have been our first penalty tonight. Instead, it's declined.
It looks like the Bulldogs are, nope, now they've decided to go ahead and punt it. And the strategy is punt it away and keep the Rattlers deep in their own territory.
Bulldog cheerleaders under Coach Cassandra Clemens, keeping the spirits up. Back to receive is Flores, Dante Flores. First punt of the game for Mackay. It's going to be away from Flores and going to go out of bounds inside the 20. Flag is down. See what the flag is about. Our first punt for Mackay as they lead it here by 2 touchdowns here early second quarter. Might be no penalties. I don't. They're lining up. The officials are. There's no signal given for a penalty, so they picked up the flag. And it'll be 1st and 10 here for Rio as they hand this off. Give it to Alanis. Yeah, I'm thinking the official may have inadvertently thrown his flag, thinking it was like a kickoff, where the ball goes out of bounds and you have that penalty where the ball comes out to the 30. But no such penalties.
It can happen, Mark.
On a punt.
I think you're on it right there. I think that's probably what happens.
So Rio starting off at their own 18-yard line. No gain on first down. They're on second down, trying to hit Alanis. Unable to hang on or bring up third down and long now. Schwartz, the closest defender on the play there. Schwartz, one of the team captains.
Good hustle by Schwartz, even if the receiver, number 2, Alex Alanis, would have hung on to that ball. I don't think he would have gained that many yards. Man, those graphics, I saw a bunch of ghosts right now, Mark, on the graphics.
Oh, yeah. Don't be scared. It's just a...
Okay.
It's just a graphic.
There they are.
Yeah. 3rd down and 10 now here for Rio Grande City. Speaking of scary situations. Back to throw. Gonzalez going to go deep on this one. Man open, but incomplete. Was trying to go for the home run to DeAndre Rodriguez. Bulldog closest defender on the play, Abraham Barrientos.
Well, that play didn't work, Mark, but one thing for sure, you do know this kid has a very good arm. I mean, he just cranked it back and threw it as far as he could, and he just overthrew number 6, DeAndre Rodriguez.
Punt. See him back to receive is Elijah Schwartz. Bulldogs put on a rush, but Rio able to get this off. Looks like he'll be returnable though. Picked up at the 40-yard line by Schwartz, and Schwartz picks up the wall of blockers over on the left side of the field. Now it's finally bounced out of bounds. There is a flag down, however.
Yep, there's another flag.
Elijah Schwartz on the punt return.
Coming back most of the time on flags, we know at all levels it's usually a block in the back.
Let's see what this is about. 10:41 to go here in the first half.
During the return, holding on the receiving team, number 15, 10 yards part of the foul. First down, Mackay.
Back 10 yards on the Bulldogs.
First penalty on the Bulldogs officially.
49. Your attention, please. All homecoming
25 yards. But they're still starting off right there at the around the 50-yard line, so good field position.
Oh, yeah, right there, just inside Rio territory. And 1st and 10. Say handoff to, or fake a handoff to Garza. Valdez keeps it himself, fools everybody, and scampers for a first down.
Thank you for admitting that it even fooled you, Mark. You would have been the middle linebacker. You would have been going the wrong way. But there is another penalty.
This might be coming back.
That one did not fool the referee or the official.
during the play. Holding. 65 offense. 10 yards, part of the foul. Replay, first down.
Pretty good gain comes back because of the holding penalty. It was a spot foul, Mark, so it's still not too bad.
Yeah, it goes down as an 8-yard gain, basically,
Right.
and they lose 10 from that spot. So -2 makes it 1st and 12. So Valdez going to throw this, and incomplete as he was trying to hit his receiver, Garcia.
That was a RPO play, run with a pass option. And actually, Valdez was thinking of running, but he saw that his opportunity to gain a lot of yards was not there. There's another flag. And he decided to pass it at the last minute, last second. The receiver was open.
And Mem was open, just couldn't quite loft it in there. As we see the Rattlers Brain Trust conferring on the
Legal
sideline.
downfield during the play.
Eligible receiver
Number 65,
downfield.
offense. 5 yards, replay, second down. First down.
And see, that's hard, Mark, when you have an ineligible receiver. Sometimes they think the quarterback, it looked like Valdez was going to run. So then they start blocking upfield, but you can't do that. Well, I don't blame the offensive lineman that got that penalty.
Yeah, 3rd consecutive penalty against the Bulldogs. 3 straight plays if you count the punt return. So here they go on 1st and 17 now as a flanker screen here to Jones. Jones up to battle his way up to the Bulldog 49, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
You're not gonna try as an offense to get all the yards as soon as you can. Chip away a little bit here at a time and make it more reasonable. Now it's a 2nd and 11.
Now under 10 minutes to go here in half number 1. Call it 2nd and 11. See if the Bulldogs go back to that short passing game that was working for them so well in the first quarter. Valdez to throw, and this is caught. That's Jones. And Jones pushed out of bounds by Peña.
That was a beautiful route by Cinco Jones. He faked like he was going upfield, and all of a sudden he stopped. And this is probably one of those passes for first down that they practice very much, kind of like a timing kind of pattern.
Yeah, picked up the first down and everything with a 15-yard gain. Here's a handoff. That's Garza with it. Garza able to pull his way forward to about the 31. Gain of 5 on the play.
Good blocking on the right side of the Bulldog offensive line, helping Garza find those open holes.
2nd down and 5 now for Mackay here on this homecoming night, 2024. Valdez, plenty of time, going to go long. Receiver not there. Rivas broke to the outside. Pass looked like it was going deep inside.
Pass incomplete.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's pressure. Basically goes back to communication. Quarterback thinking one way and the receivers thinking the other way.
Still at the 31-yard line. Bulldogs 3 for 4 on 3rd down. Valdez wants to throw, being rushed, setting up the screen. He's got Rivas there. Rivas evaded one tackler, couldn't get by the second one. And it's going to be held just shy of the first down. That'd be pretty close here.
They're almost at the position there, Mark, where Coach Shelby is not going to have a choice but to, I mean, you can't punt it from here, and I don't know if it's too long for a field goal by Casares, but give that defense credit, and the Bulldogs are going for it.
Yeah, just 1 yard short, so it's 4th down and 1 here. Quick pass here out of the backfield to Garza. Garza caught it, has the first down, and is brought down inside the 20-yard line. Great execution there by McAllen on 4th down. They're able to move the chains.
Good read by Valdez. He saw that Garza was wide open. But give credit to Garza. First things first, Mark. When you're that wide open, you have a tendency to run before you catch the ball, but Andres Garza did a good job of securing the ball so the Bulldogs can get a first down.
Yeah, sometimes the ball can't move fast enough when it's coming toward you in a play like that. Good job by Garza to bring it in on 1st and 10 now from the 18. Valdez looking right now, running. He's going to keep this himself and scamper out of bounds at about the 14 and pick up a 4.
There's no need to force the ball down the field. As Valdez looked, he had one option, 2 options, and didn't like the opportunities. Used his quickness, got outside, gained some yardage, went out of bounds, and did not get hit.
That's always important, was those hits, even the little ones. It leads to wear and tear over the course of a long season. Just over 8 minutes to go in half number 1. Bulldogs, the 2nd and 6 here at the 14. They hand this off, and Garza looked like he had a convoy of blockers, but able to break through there and make the tackle was Benavides.
Yeah, good thing Benavides got that
35
ankle tackle.
Benavides.
If not, it could have been another 6 for the Bulldogs.
Still a 4-yard gain there, bring up 3rd down and 2. Garza in the backfield, runs a little flare to the right. Valdez wants to throw, looking toward the end zone, fires, and too high for Cinco Jones. Jones, the intended receiver there, on 3rd down and short. They went for it on 4th and 1. They might just do it here on 4th and 2.
And in that play, Mark, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for a field goal. But in that play, the good thing is that Valdez threw it high to Cinco. And not a turnover. So
yeah, you want to throw it in a place where only the receiver can catch it, and if he can't, then it goes incomplete.
The 27-yarder here, Mark?
Yeah, 27-yard field goal, just inside the right hash. And the kick by Cáceres has plenty of leg, and it is good. Splits the uprights. And the Bulldogs increase their lead 17-0 here in the 2nd quarter. That'll bring us to the fan cam here with 7:32 to go here before halftime. 17-0. Bulldogs leading here on homecoming.
I'm excited.
Might be twin sisters there.
A little bit. Look at all that purple and gold, Mark.
Those paw prints. A lot of Bulldog faithful out here tonight, especially being homecoming. Bulldogs with a big lead here, mid-2nd quarter. The kickoff. This might go out, or they're going to field it at about the 17.
Ouch.
That would have been Rio's ball at the 30 if they let that go out of bounds. But the Bulldogs pinned the Rattlers back at the 17-yard line.
David Mercado.
Tackle on the play by David Mercado. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts here as we approach the latter half of the 2nd quarter.
Rio Grande City.
You see Aaron Gonzalez, the quarterback's going to hand this off on 1st down.
Number 22, Ryan
nice
Mendez.
little burst there for the running back. That's Mendez.
Looks like the Rattlers are trying to reestablish themselves by running those quick openers right up the middle. It worked in the first quarter.
Call it a gain of 5.
Got a big offensive line there. You can see
22.
Offensive line there. Big beefy unit. Mendez goes in motion, 3 receivers on the right, setting up the screen on the right. And the Bulldogs all over that, and it's going to be another loss of yards. Pablo De La Rosa making a big play there.
That's a good hustle.
Catch by Bettis.
As soon as he threw it and the ball was up in the air, you see all the pursuit by the defense. Actually, that pass almost looked like it was a lateral. And who's holding that down marker there? Good friend Adrian Saavedra.
Also 5 yards. It was actually Rodriguez on the catch. As Gonzalez going to throw here and try to thread that needle once more to R.J. Bettis. Worked well on their first possession earlier in the first quarter, but unable to connect that time. Want to bring up 4th down.
The 4th and 10, no choice but for Coach Gonzalez, for the Rattlers to put it away. And you know the Bulldogs are going to get good field position, and there's plenty of time to put more points on the board.
Bulldogs coming off 2 close losses. Won't want to take any chances. Here's a put on a big rush here on the punt. Punter has to hurry it. It's going to go out of bounds with Bulldogs will have good field position at the 48. There is a flag down.
Tell me about the possibilities, Mark. Could it be a 5-yard penalty or?
Yeah, it could be a running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. That's where the flag is located. Seems to indicate that kind of call. We did see a big Bulldog rush.
It's a foul. Roughing the kicker on the defense. 15 yards, spot of the foul. 15 yards previous spot. Automatic first down.
That's going to be a first down as they called a personal foul, roughing the punter versus running into the punter, which means 15 yards and an automatic first down.
And that's unfortunate as we take a look at the replay. And it's just a judgment by the officials, and you just don't want to do that. Some of the coaches on the Mackay side were not happy that they don't think that the rusher hit that punter real bad, but hey, don't give officials an opportunity.
And here's a handoff to Alanis. Alanis up to the 34-yard line, a gain of 2. Yes, and the difference between the 2 penalties, not just 15 yards versus 5 yards, but also the 5-yard variety is not an automatic first down, and it would not have been a first down. Rio likely would have had to punt again.
Right, and here's the thing, Mark. The officials, they are trained to always protect players, whether it's a quarterback on late hits or the punters or the field goal kickers. You got to protect them.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 now for the Rattlers, whose drive has stayed alive. As they hand it off to Mendez, and Mendez up close to a first down as he crosses the 40, the gain of 7.
Good hard running by Mendez, Mark. And it goes back to that kind of mistake that we talk about that's been hurting the Bulldogs all year. And it's almost like a turnover, Mark. You would have gotten the ball around the 50-yard line. Instead, you give it back to the Rattlers. Of course, it's not recorded as a turnover, but
timeout.
It actually is.
Rio Grande.
They lost possession of the ball. We have a timeout.
We have a timeout on the field. It's called by the Rio Grande City Rattlers, so we'll take a break. It's Mackay 17, Rattlers nothing. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. Halloween.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And welcome back to our spooky version of football night in McAllen ISD. Mark May with Mario Reyna. Bulldog fans having a good time here tonight. Mackay on top by 3 scores right now, 17-0. Rio has the ball, however, facing a precarious 3rd and 1 at their own 41-yard line. 5.5 to go before halftime. Gonzalez might be changing the play here. He's going to hand this off. Mendez, and nowhere to go in the backfield as the Bulldogs controlling that line of scrimmage there, and the first contact by Simon Pardo.
That's the second time, Mark, that the Bulldog defense has shut down a 3rd and 1 situation. Most of the times when you have 3rd and 1, you're going to get a first down, but the last time they had a tackle for a loss, I believe 6 yards, and then it became a 4th and 7. And in this situation, 3rd and 1 now is a 4th and 3rd, and it pretty much no choice for Coach Gonzalez but to punt the ball away.
Yeah, Cash Frisbee also in on that last tackle. So we see the viewpoint from Coach Shelby. Here's the punt. This is returnable once again, fielded at the 27-yard line. That's Schwartz on the return, across the 40, dodges another would-be tackler, and he's now at midfield, and the Bulldogs will set up again inside Rattler territory thanks to the heroics of Schwartz.
Nice return by Schwartz. Was not in a hurry, tried to look for the opening, use his speed. And the good news that there's no penalty for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I kept looking for a flag.
Yeah, Schwartz faked.
No such thing.
Schwartz faked like he was going up and then found some openings to the left side. Pretty nice little return by Schwartz, and he's excited, and why not? He did a good job. Laya Schwartz.
So 1st and 10, Mackay at the Rio 49. 4.5 to play. They have 3 timeouts. And Valdez keeping it this time. It's being chased. And finally runs out of bounds. Was being chased by Omar Alanis, who's having a terrific night for Rio on defense.
He is. He has a lot of solo tackles already and some assists.
Valdez actually loses 2 yards back to the Bulldog 49.
The good thing about Valdez is that he went out of bounds. Preserved those at 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
Bulldogs trying to add to their lead here before they head to the locker room. There's a 4-man rush. Valdez flushed out, wants to run. It's going to be brought down right at midfield. Gain of just 1. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
And you know, in that play, Mark, it looked like it was open up the middle. Valdez decided to take it, but boy, it closed down real quickly. Still have eyes behind you. Look who's in on the tackle. On that one, he has
again. 35 that time. That's another man whose name we called Bruce Benavides.
Benavides.
A 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Valdez unleashes this one. Oh, and this is picked off by Rio down at the 30-yard line. Was intended for Jackson Henderson. And the intercept by Dante Flores. So Rio will have the ball back with 3:39 to go before the break.
And that's probably one that Valdez would like to have back.
First turnover tonight.
Dante Flores.
Rio with 2 timeouts to work with. Lining up a defensive end in there is Fletcher Frisbee. Normally a tackle Frisbee breaks through, but they're able to get the pass off in time. This is caught. It's going to be close to a first down here for Rio. Nice catch and run by Alec Garcia.
Good job, good pass. First he caught the ball and then used his quickness to get away and gain about 4 or 5 yards after first contact. Also by the defense, a bunch of Bulldogs right there led by number 32, Ezequiel Gonzalez.
2nd down and 2 now. Gonna hand this off. Breaking outside there, Alanis has the first down and more and is up near midfield. He's tackled at the Rio 49 after a pickup of 12.
A good 12-yard gain, and also important with 2:57. Alex Alanis went out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, 2:55 left before halftime. They tackled him out of bounds there. It's lucky he didn't draw a warning from the official. Here's a pass. This is caught. Another first down here for Rios. They move inside the 40 and still going. Breaking tackles left and right there is their receiver, David Chapa.
Got to love what David Chapa just did right there. Determination. His team is down 17-0. They have not won a game, but David Chapa playing hard.
Picked up 19 yards. About half that on second effort. First and 10 here for Rio. They're going to throw this out. This looks like a lateral. It's a live football. Goes out of play, thankfully for Rio's sake. But they're going to lose a lot of yardage here. That's considered a fumble, basically. And the line of scrimmage will move back to where the ball is.
And those are the plays that have hurt the Rattlers all year long, Mark.
Bulldog,
It looked like they were
47-yard
setting
line.
up for a possible 2 passes on that play.
Yeah, you could be right. If you have a lateral, you can then throw a forward pass. Back at the 46-yard line. Loss of 14 on the play. And now Gonzalez to throw it. Diving catch made there by David Chapa. Chapa's second reception on this drive.
Real nice catch, Mark.
Picked up 11 yards.
Secured it, and that's going to force the Rattlers to take a timeout.
We have an injury timeout. Injury timeout.
Solutions timeout on the field.
So a timeout called with 1:59 to go here in the first half. 17-0 our score. Bulldogs in front. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Seams Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earns students a chance to win a new car from Seams. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Seams McAllen Ford, or always online at SeamsMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Seams.
And we're back 17-0. Mackay in front. Rio, though, on the march, though. They have the ball at the Mackay 35-yard line, facing a 3rd and 13.
I'd like to send out a shout out to the McAllen Bulldog trainer, Joe Doc Ramos. He's been there for a long time, Mark.
Yeah, and you know, trainers, no off season for them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever's in season is they're working. Love the job that they do, keeping our players healthy. Quarterback going to throw this one deep on 3rd and long.
There's a penalty.
And there's going to be a flag down around the 5-yard line. This could be pass interference. Looks like it was intended for Chapa once more. As on 3rd and 13, Rio goes for broke and pays off, it looks like, with a pass interference penalty.
The Bulldog defender did not wait for the ball to get there.
Pass interference. Number 12 on the defense. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
So it'll be 15 yards, not at the spot of the foul like in the NFL, but 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
This is big, Mark. If the Rattlers can get themselves 7 points, you know, going down 17-7 at halftime, it gives you an opportunity to say, hey, we're within striking distance. And they will get the ball first, second half.
That's correct. Alanis on the sweep to the right side, able to turn the corner, get all the way to the 14, and a gain of 6.
That's a good play there, Mark. Also, the gain of the yardage, but also going out of bounds and stopping the clock. Looks like
So second down now. Mackay may have jumped offside. Quarterback
touchdown.
keeping it. And quarterback running it in for a touchdown for the Rio Grande City Rattlers. That was DeAndre Rodriguez who was lined up at quarterback and able to take it in from 14 yards out. And Rio is on the board for the first time tonight with a minute 10 before halftime.
All defense.
There was a penalty on the Bulldog
decline.
defense. They were
Result
offside.
of play.
Good
Touchdown.
fake. Good fake
Timeout.
by DeAndre Rodriguez.
14-yard touchdown run. Makes the score 17-6, and Rio's on the board, and we've got a ball game here.
Number 16, Rodrigo Uribe.
Here's the extra point try. High snap, they get it down, kick is away, and it is good. So they missed a field goal earlier, but they hit here. That's Uribe with the extra point try. Makes the score 17-7 with a minute 10 to go here before halftime. Coming up at halftime, we're going to have our homecoming festivities. They'll announce the homecoming king and queen. I think they're doing the thriller cam now. So they're going to get everybody doing the thriller moves. If you've seen that Michael Jackson video, moving your hands back and forth like a zombie would. Some of our older folks are familiar with Michael Jackson. There we go.
That's the spirit.
Doing the zombie hands.
Mr. Guzman. Spirit also on the Rio Grande City High School side.
Yeah, they're excited.
At 110 here, Mark, would the Rattlers come up with a surprise or play it safe?
For Alex Corpus kicking, number 16.
It's a drive that started off that interception. You might remember. Show you the replay of the touchdown in a moment. Here's the kickoff. Bulldogs have it at their own 5. That's Rivas. Rivas across the 20. Now at the 30, has room. There's a flag down as he's bounced out of bounds around the 45-yard line. This might be coming back.
Have a go, Jim.
The Bulldogs continue to hurt themselves with flags, Mark.
During the return, blocking the back. Number 36, receiving team. 10 yards, spotted foul. First down, McAllen.
That's the 6th penalty in this first half here on the Bulldogs. We take another look at the touchdown. This was a new quarterback in there, DeAndre Rodriguez. They subbed in there. He had thrown the previous pass that resulted in the pass interference, and then runs that in for 14 yards for a touchdown. 17-7 now our score. Last minute of play of the first half. Bulldogs with all 3 of their timeouts.
Mark, that was like a 40-yard penalty.
And here's a pass into the backfield. Picked up by Garza. It was a loose football. And Garza tackled all the way back at the 3.
So this is where the Bulldogs are hurting themselves in that penalty, Mark. They were going to get the ball at the 50. And check that out. Lucky bounce.
Timeout. Rio Grande.
That would have been a big turnover deep in their own territory, Mark.
And we're going to take a break with a timeout on the field. Bulldogs call time. Actually, Rio does. 17-7 our score, and we'll be right back.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And we're back. Loss of 8 yards on that last play. It's almost turned into a disaster for the Bulldogs, but they recovered their own loose ball and face 2nd and 18 from the 4-yard lines. Keith in motion. They hand off Garza. Garza hit at the line of scrimmage. Actually didn't even have the football. Wow, I thought he did too, but Valdez was holding on to it and actually picked up some good yardage.
That's another great fake, Mark. Anytime any quarterback fakes you out, that tells you how good it was of a fake. I don't know if him going out of bounds was a good idea, though, because it's still a 3rd and 9 with 40 seconds to go. The Rattlers are at least trying to get a stop and maybe get a punt out of this, and depending on how deep the punt is, the Rattlers might get good field position here on a 3rd and 9.
And the Bulldog fans cheering them on. 3rd down and 9. 3 receivers to the right. Valdez wants to keep this. Looks like he was thinking of throwing at the last moment, but was already in the grasp of the defender, Abraham Cabello. And it's going to be 4th down.
And because of the turnover from the Bulldogs and the penalties, Mark, the momentum has shifted towards the Rattlers. There was a time there where the Bulldogs had an opportunity, perhaps, Mark, to take control of the game, but now it's 17-7.
Correcting myself, Elisandro Zamora actually on that last tackle. As Valdez was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but 4th down and 10 now.
I don't know why they have it on the scoreboard at a 3rd and 9 mark, and also the sidelines they have a 3rd down marker on. Because of the penalty? There's a penalty.
Yeah, because of a penalty on the play, so they don't change the down marker.
After the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 10 in the offense has the distance. 4th down.
So that was after the play, so the down counts. It's 4th down, and it's a half the distance penalty, moving it from the 12 back to the 6.
So because of that penalty, Mark, an additional yardage where the Rattlers should be in business. Not a lot of time left, 31 seconds, I believe. But, you know, and anytime you have a punter that has to punt when they're deep in their own end zone, it creates a little nerves. It can be scary, Mark.
It's already scary enough. And we see Mackay back ready to punt this football with 31 seconds left before halftime. Rio took a timeout there a moment ago, so they're out of timeouts. And here's the punt by Mackay. This is going to be good field position for Rio. Fair catch made at the 37-yard line.
So
that'll
25
be Rio's
seconds
best
to go,
starting
Mark.
field position.
25 seconds to go. I mean,
36-yard line.
they're at the, what, 37? 36-yard line?
37-yard line.
So there's a golden opportunity. There's a golden opportunity here for the Rattlers to, I mean, they're in the game 17-7, but if they can score, Mark, look out.
Yeah, Rio with a definite chance. We saw them attempt a 38-yard field goal that had enough distance, but went wide right early in the game. We'll see what they do here, as there's not much wind out there, so they could conceivably, if they get into field goal range, attempt one right before the break.
Right. Now, if something happens here where they can score, Mark, and then they come back in the 3rd quarter, they get the ball first.
So here they go on 1st down from the 37-yard line. Quarterback rolling out to his right side and pushed out of bounds. That's Rodriguez.
Keeper.
Obviously, Rodriguez is a good runner. Not he wouldn't be in there. Trying to see if they could get more yardage I don't know if you wanted to give up maybe getting 2 or 3 yards and losing some time, because now there's only 19 seconds. Good job on running out of bounds, though.
Yeah, it cost him 6 seconds, only picked up 4 yards. So good point there. 2nd down and 7. Rio trying to get into field goal range, maybe close enough to take a shot at the end zone. Rodriguez's pass is incomplete, intended for R.J. Bettis. And I'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here with 16 seconds left. Rio out of timeouts, by the way.
Well, they don't have a lot of time. We know 16 seconds, but we know if they get a 1st down upfield, it would probably, it'll be close. They'll have enough time to, because the clock stops on a 1st down. But maybe here's where the Rattlers could put something into the end zone, see what happens. Maybe a defensive penalty.
Yeah, they had that pass interference in the last possession that helped set up their touchdown. I tried again as this goes through the hands of Rodriguez. Picks it up, has to get rid of it quickly, and it's incomplete. Was able to get the ball across the line of scrimmage, so I don't think I don't see a flag for an intentional grounding here. Is he able to run outside the tackle box and get rid of it? And it still brings up 4th down.
Those are the plays that hurt the Rattlers, and it's been hurting them all year. Lack of execution. So you never know, Mark, if they had a play to throw into the end zone, you just never know what might happen down there in the end zone.
So you see it again there. Not really a receiver in the area. 11 seconds left to work with. 4th down and 7. Here comes the rush. This is caught at the 30. Still running. That's Chapa. Breaks a tackle. Has the 1st down. That'll stop the clock momentarily as they're inside the 20.
You might have a chance to clock it down with about a second or at least run another play.
That's going to clock
Good
it
job.
there, and that stops the clock with 4 seconds left.
Good job by the
So they
Rattler
can either
offense.
take a crack at the end zone or bring on the field goal unit. Here, this would be about a 35-yard attempt, slightly closer than the one they missed in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, they're going to go for that field goal, and the ball is right down the center. This field goal kicker does have the leg. Just has to keep it in between the posts. That's going to give them another 5 yards, Mark. I do believe it's a defense.
Yeah, a couple flags down. Wasn't delay of game.
Offside. On the defense. 5 yards.
Extra 5 yards on that
Play 1st
outside
down.
mark. You never know how that's going to play out. Now it's a 30-yard field goal.
That's the 8th penalty in this 1st half on McAllen. Here's the try from 30 yards, and it's blocked. Rio ends up with it. But it's a blocked kick. Ball will go over to the Mackay Bulldogs. Either way, it doesn't really matter because it's the end of the half. And so Mackay up 17-7 here at the break. So Mackay coming up with a big defensive play. And twice Rio has failed on field goal attempts inside 40 yards. Now we're going to have another kick here. This is of a different sort. This is an attempt to win $100. This is a Mackay teacher, Miss Carrie Saffels. She's an avid teacher. If she can make it from 12 yards here, she'll win $100. Here she goes. And it's good. She wins $100 right there from Performance Therapeutics. It's a high five from the superintendent, Dr. Gutierrez. Also a high five from the principal, Miss Friedland. There's another look at it. Right over. So we appreciate her. We appreciate Performance Therapeutics for recognizing all our educators.
I should have called it, Mark. I knew Carrie was going to make it. She was actually the elementary PE teacher at Milam Elementary for a number of years. A good athlete herself, so no surprise.
All right, end of second quarter, 17-7 our score. Going to have the Rio Grande City dance team followed by their marching band, and we'll have the homecoming festivities, and they'll crown the homecoming king and queen for 2024. Enjoy.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's mighty halftime show. Entertaining you this evening are your 2024-2025, the sweethearts of Rio Grande City High School, the Rattlers. Introducing the 2024-2025 Rattler officers. Lieutenant Serena Garza. Co-Captain Linneo Barrera. Co-Captain Kendo Rodriguez. Captain Jaylene Delgado. And finally, Major Riley Rio. The Rattlerettes are under the direction of Ms. Melissa Cortez and managed by Major Riley Rios. Please help me congratulate this week's Rattlerettes of the Week, Junior Elizabeth Gonzalez and Senior Arlene Rodriguez.
JP Martinez. Color Guard Students of the Week is Ari Fernandez. Band Students of the Week are Sofia Sanchez, Alizette Jimenez, Pablo Lopez, and Alyssa Moreno. The Section of the Week is the whole McAllen Band. At this time, the McAllen Band is proud to announce the band sweetheart and bow for this year. Tonight's presentation is being done by Ralph Garcia. The band sweetheart and bow for this year are Derek Potter and Ilse Rauda. The McAllen High School Student Council welcomes you to the 2025 Homecoming Halftime Festivities. Student Council officers are President Grace Murray, Vice President Gabriel Martinez, Corresponding Secretary Ellie Holbrook, Recording Secretary Isla Guerra, Treasurer Reese Meyer, Parliamentarian Anika Guerra, Historian Reese Reina, and Communications Director Jasmine Auguste. Every year, McAllen High School is proud to host several foreign students from throughout the world. Tonight, we would like to introduce them to you as ambassadors and friendship and culture of their countries to Mackay and the Rio Grande Valley. This year, we have from Germany, Finja Sloot. This year, we are celebrating the years in 5. Let us welcome back to the Mackay alumni, the future, from the class of 1975, Chile and Jose Lopez, escorted by Hector Guerra. From the class of 1985, we have Miss Candy Emick Snyder, escorted by Robbie Snyder. From the class of 1995, we have Miss Margaret Good Wormsworth, escorted by Travis Moss. From the class of 2005, we have Miss Shauna DeWitty, escorted by Dusty Salas. And from the class of 2015, we have Miss Samantha Sanchez, escorted by Javier Canche. Let's give these exits a hearty welcome back to McAllen High School. It is a great honor to present this year's homecoming Dukes and Duchesses. Representing the freshman class is Duchess Elisa Garza, and she is escorted by freshman Duke Vince Guerra. How do you pronounce your last name? Representing the sophomore class is sophomore Duchess Tanya Samacona, and she is escorted by sophomore Duke Samuel Heffley. Representing the junior class is junior Duchess Dory Ann Madrigal, and she is escorted by Junior Duke Colton Garcia. The senior homecoming duchesses for the class of 2025 are Tatum Liska, escorted by her parents, Dr. Landon Liska and Michelle Liska. Molly Blackwell, escorted by her parents, Greg Blackwell and Linda Blackwell. Julia Martinez, escorted by her parents, David Martinez and Monica Martinez. It's Skurlock, right? The senior homecoming dukes for the class of 2025 are Aiden Skurlock, escorted by his mother, Michelle Skurlock. We have Tristan Keith, escorted by his parents, Billy Keith and Carol Keith. We have Joaquin Buerton, escorted by his parents, Jose Buerton and Iris Buerton. This year's homecoming queen and king will be crowned by Principal Stephanie Friedland. And now the...
We're going to announce it first, then we go.
No, you go. And now, the moment we have been waiting for. The homecoming queen and king for the class of 2025 are Molly Blackwell and Tristan Key.
Do what?
Can you do the spelling in the background?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you
We're gonna
announce-
get him out the field.
All right, yeah. And then maybe you can announce it, and then we'll just.
Let's give all these participants of this year's homecoming festivities a round of applause as they leave the field. We hope you have enjoyed this evening as well as this week's homecoming festivities. And now, you have enjoyed would you please stand and join the Mackay Band for the traditional spelling of Mackay.
moments away from half number 2. We've got the little Bulldogs running out onto the field all the way 100 yards across. Having a good time here. Getting in shape for trick-or-treating just a few days away. Across that goal line. I see the Rio Grande City Rattlers coming out. They got a touchdown late in the first half, and they'll be receiving to start the second half to see what kind of momentum they have going into this third quarter. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs are the ones who built up a 17-0 lead and still lead by 10 as we start the third quarter. Bulldogs running down onto the field. Bulldogs, if they win tonight, be their second district win. Rio Grande City still looking for their first as we start the third quarter here. Rio Grande City Rattlers, who in the first half amassed 137 total yards, 66 rushing, 71 passing. We've talked about how they were a pretty balanced team coming in. They had 9 first downs in the first half, and then for McAllen was 205 total yards, 47 rushing, 158 passing. And they accumulated 8 first downs. Touchdowns for the Bulldogs are their quarterback, Valdez. And then Rivas with a 79-yard catch from Valdez. For Rio Grande City, Rodriguez playing quarterback ran 14 yards for their score. Rio has had a field goal miss and a field goal blocked. McAllen was able to get a field goal, 27-yarder from Cáceres. And they lead it 17-7.
You know, that first half, Mark, looked like the Bulldogs were total command, and they were for most of it. But those mistakes and the turnover, giving the Rattlers a new lifeline. And we'll see the Rattlers can take advantage here in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter.
Here's Cáceres approaching the ball. And the kick, and he fielded about the 13-yard line. Across the 20, then the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That's Dante Flores on the return. And Rio will set up shop from right there.
It's a deal.
One turnover in the first half, and that was a Mackay interception. But Rio was able to engineer a 70-yard touchdown drive out of that. Taking a look at Sebastian Ramirez there, junior defensive back. See the pink pom-poms there. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Starting the second half as quarterback is DeAndre Rodriguez, who had some success. He's the one that scored the touchdown and made a couple of good offensive plays.
We saw Aaron Gonzalez start the game at quarterback. And then at the mid-second quarter is when we saw Rodriguez come in there. There's Rodriguez looking to throw, but there's a flag down and a whistle.
There's a goal jam penalty flag in the field.
Second down and 8. This might be a false start. Mike not working, but illegal procedure on Rio. That'll move it back 5 yards to the 24-yard line. That, believe it or not, is the first penalty on Rio.
Wow.
There were 8 penalties on Mackay in that first half. And draw play here on first down. It's Mendez, who may have lost the ball and then fell back on it.
Cash Frisbee in on the tackle. Defensive end, a junior.
Pick up at 4 yards.
Gain of 1 brings up third down, 9.
So that'll bring up third down and 9 now. Rio not real successful on third down. 1 for 7 tonight. See a look at the Mackay sideline. Take the throw. Rodriguez being chased by Frisbee. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man down there, and it's caught. That's Chapa again. Chapa, who had some late first half heroics, now is a bit shaken up after that big catch.
He landed on his shoulder, but wow, what a nice catch and what a throw. What a throw by DeAndre Rodriguez, again making the big plays. It's a big third down. It looked like the Bulldogs had him exactly where they needed to have him. That's a big gain.
39 yards. So a 39-yard pickup. That'll put him over 110 yards passing here for the night. We're going to take a break. 10:32 to play in the third quarter. A 10-point lead for Mac High, and you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. First and 10 here for Rio. As they hand it off to Alanis. He's going to be bottled up in the line of scrimmage. Is following a 39-yard catch by Chapa. Chapa was shaken up, but able to leave the field under his own power.
On the stop, number 48, Mason Williams.
Another look at it.
Bunch of Bulldogs right there, 3 tackles.
I think it was Frisbee was first man in there. Under 10 to play here in the third quarter. So Rodriguez at quarterback. Going to hand this off. This is Mendez. No, Rodriguez keeps it himself. And Rodriguez up to about the 31-yard line, picks up 2.
And then the tackle is Brian Bettis and also Fletcher Frisbee. We mentioned his brother Frisbee a couple of times. 3rd and 7.
So Rio 1 for 1 on third down here on this drive. 2 for 7 in the game.
Be careful with quarterback DeAndre Rodriguez. He likes to run the ball.
Rodriguez, a little bit of trouble right there. Now being chased. Not a chance to get rid of it. He's going to lose yardage. It's going to be a sack here for Mackay. Big play by Oliver Schwartz, the linebacker.
The Rattlers hurting themselves by lack of execution. I think Rodriguez was in a hurry. And once you're outside the hash marks, Mark, if you want to save some yards, you can throw the ball away, and then you go from there. But it's not a good play. It's kind of the ball's at the 36-yard line, and that's where do you punt or do you just go for it? It's too far for a field goal.
Timeout.
I think we're having a timeout. Yes, we are.
We've got a timeout on the field with 8:27 showing. 4th and 13 here for Rio Grande City. Rio electing to call a timeout there. They might be considering going for it as they're out of field goal range. But it's kind of too close for a punt. (17-7) our score, with Rio holding the football on a 4th and 13 in front of them. There's our press box. A new 5,200 square foot press box here overlooking the home bleachers at DQ Fan Field. Just opened up this year. Took 2 years to build.
Boy, it's worth it, Mark.
Yeah.
It's the best in the valley. I was talking to Bucky Rodriguez, who goes to San Antonio a lot. He was comparing the press boxes at the stadiums over there. And he said this one, in his opinion, was the best one.
So 4th down and 13 now, following Rio's timeout. It looks like they might indeed be going for this here.
And it's the right thing to do, Mark.
They're 2 for 2 on 4th down. And goes in motion, that's Bettis. Rodriguez back to throw, has to get rid of it quickly, and into a crowd, and it's incomplete. Went off a defender, then nearly caught by Bettis, who probably would have scored had he been able to find the handle.
And the Bulldogs dodge another bullet right here, Mark. Good job by Rodriguez to at least create an opportunity.
Bettis very nearly coming down with that.
Turnover on down, be first
I
and
think
10
a
Bulldogs.
defender was Sebastian Ramirez, who had a chance at the interception.
And here's where the Bulldog offense needs to say, Mark, it's time for us to try to see if we can get control of this game. They are up 10 points, but it's not a safe lead for sure. You're early in the third quarter.
8:20 to go, and Mackay has their first possession. Valdez fakes the handoff, wants to keep this, going to be brought down from behind by a Rio defender, Vicente Rodriguez.
And at that play, Mark, if Valdez would have handed off, there were some defenders for the Rattlers there ready to make the tackle. They did the right thing of keeping the ball, but it's just too many Rattler defenders on them quickly.
Yeah, lost 4 yards. See Coach Shelby from the sideline, 6th-year head coach. And here pass by Valdez is incomplete. It's coming up 3rd down. That was intended for Tristan Keith, and congratulations to Tristan Keith, who's the homecoming king we saw crowned a few minutes ago.
He usually catches that ball, but it wouldn't have been for a big game.
So look at defender Vicente Rodriguez. 3rd down here for Mackay. Mackay 3 for 8 on 3rd down in the first half. They hand this off, a run straight up the middle, and the ball comes loose. Ball's loose on the floor and picked up by Rio Grande City. It's a fumble recovery there by Diego Rodriguez. And Rio has their 2nd turnover of the night.
Golden opportunity for the Rattlers. And it seems to me, Mark, that the Bulldogs are just flat. Rio is motivated. They're not playing for much because they haven't won any games this season. So one way or the other, they know they are in this game. Golden opportunities. All they got to do is execute like they did when they scored that touchdown. And it's going to be interesting. The Bulldogs are playing with fire, Mark.
Diego Rodriguez with the fumble recovery, and Rio has it at the Bulldog 44-yard line. 7.5 to play in the 3rd. Quarterback Rodriguez not forced to throw on the run, nobody there.
And I think
up 2nd down.
I think, Mark, they talked to him the last time we talked about when he rolled out and he took a sack. They told him this time, if there's nothing there and you're already outside the hash marks, just throw it away. Don't throw an interception. And don't take a play for yards lost.
Rio Grande City looking for their what would be their first win of the year, trailing by 10 here. Mackay looking for what would be their 2nd win. To hand off, this is Alanis, big hole right side, has the 1st down, still going. Is hit, breaks a tackle, and is inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 27 yards.
It all starts with blocking on the right side of the Rattler offensive line. And that's what happens, Mark, when you have a quarterback now that can run and he can also pass with a little bit of success. Looks like number 11 for the Bulldogs is the one, Aiden Ayala, that took a shot.
Finally wrestled down by Hayden Helgeson. And here 1st and 10. Handoff, this is Mendez. Across the 15 to about the 12-yard line, a gain of 5.
That's what turnovers does for you, Mark. It gives the other team an opportunity. And you see the Rattlers, there's going to be an injury timeout, Mark.
Yeah, there's a stoppage with 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 4 for Rio. And let's take a break. It's McAllen 17, Rattlers 7, and we'll be right back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. It's the McAllen Bulldogs on top, 17-7 in this Halloween-esque edition of our football night at McAllen ISD. You can see the Raven over there on the right side. A little literary tribute to Edgar Allan Poe.
And spiders all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, this department that you have here, Mark, fantastic.
Yeah, we got our next games coming up next Friday, November the 1st. McAllen will be on the road against the Mission Eagles in their penultimate game. And then Rio Grande City will be back at home at Joe R. Sanchez Stadium, taking on the Hoya Juarez Lincoln. Meanwhile, the next webcast for us will be the Mustangs and the Warriors. It'll be an intercity rivalry next Friday the 1st at 7:30 p.m. That should be a real good one right there.
That one, like anything else, Mark, here late this season, who's going to get into the playoffs? That game could determine.
Yeah, that game definitely could be a seeding game. Memorial's still in the thick of the playoff race, although they fell by the wayside as far as the district title. It seems to be Edinburgh Bella having the inside track right there. But Memorial's still playing for a high seed. Rowe playing to get into the playoffs. So is McAllen. See some of the fans enjoying this homecoming game. And meanwhile, second down and 4 here for Rio. It looks like they may have jumped offside. This will be 5 yards. Rio pointing at the Bulldog players. We'll see what the officials decide. 8 penalties so far on the McAllen Bulldogs. There's only been 1 so far on Rio.
That's good officiating right there, Mark. You want to make sure you get the play right, so you get together and have a discussion.
See what it is.
Disconcerting signal on the defense. 5 yards. First down.
I think that might have been the new rule where remember the defense was trying to make noise that would cause the offense to think it was a snap signal. That's now a delay of game call against the defense if that happens.
And the Bulldogs continue to hurt themselves, Mark. Turnovers and penalties.
So it's 9 penalties now on the Bulldogs. Here's a handoff, run to the right side. Actually, it's the quarterback, Rodriguez. And Rodriguez faked the handoff, kept it himself, runs in for his second touchdown of the night. Almost a carbon copy of the one he scored back in the second quarter. And it's now 17-13. 12-yard run there by Rodriguez.
And give credit to the Rattlers. Sometimes when you have turnovers and you don't turn them into points, then the turnover did not help you, but the Rattlers turn in the turnover into points.
A 4-play, 44-yard drive that started after a fumble recovery. Here's the extra point try. That zips right through the uprights, and it's good. 17-14 now the score. Rio Grande City, after trailing 17-0, is now just 3 points away from equalizing with McAllen with 6:20 to play here in the third quarter. We'll take another look at the touchdown now. You see a terrific fake here by Rodriguez.
Beautiful fake.
Only had
Beautiful
one player
move.
to beat, really. Was able to get in for the touchdown. We'll be right back.
The Sames Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earn students a chance to win a new car from Sames. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Sames McAllen Ford, or always online at SamesMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Sames.
All right, congratulations to all the past Mackay classes, especially the classes of 2015 and 2005, 1995, 85, 75, all out there representing on the field here tonight. Mackay family of purple and gold.
A great tradition here.
Yeah, you know, bit of trivia here. You know, McAllen High School is actually older than the McAllen Independent School District by 6 years. The McAllen High started in 1909. The district became such in 1915 as Rivas here with a big return across the 40. Now the 45 and in a crowd gets up to the 48-yard line. An excellent field position here for the Mackay Bulldogs.
I don't see a penalty, so that's a good starting position. Special teams play to try to get the Bulldogs a little bit of the edge back into this game.
There's the Mackay drum line getting the crowd excited. I think we've got the smile cam coming up soon. Mackay up 17-14. Although it's been 14 unanswered by Rio late second quarter and now here in the third. Mackay trying to get the momentum back. Here's a flanker screen, Cinco Jones. Jones across midfield into Rio territory to about the 47-yard line, a gain of 5.
The Bulldog offense is all about a rhythm kind of offense. Quick passes, short passes, quick runs. And, they lost that edge. They looked good in the first half on several possessions. But lately, penalties, effort.
And 9 penalties in this game against Mackay. And here a wraparound draw. Garza with the big hole there along the right side, gets to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 8.
And that's a start for the Bulldogs to get that first down again here in the second half. Good blocking, hard running.
Down. That was Alanis on the tackle. We see Jones lined up wide on the right side. And goes in motion. Garcia. Valdez wants to keep it. And Valdez to the 39-yard line, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And it appears that the coaching staff for the Rattlers on the defensive side have made a lot of adjustments. Now some of these plays that worked in the first half by the Bulldogs are not working here in the second half.
It's an isolation replay on Cinco Jones right here.
Cinco
Actually,
Jones.
it's a live shot of him as he's lined up at the bottom of your screen.
Cinco wearing number 5.
Yeah. 4.5 to go in the third. Valdez with time. Steps up, hit as he throws, and this is caught. That's his running back. Garza breaks a tackle at the 10 and is inside for a first and goal situation. Garza may be a bit shaken up. He was tackled kind of awkwardly. But Mackay in excellent position right now inside the 10 of Rio.
Good scramble by Valdez to buy some time. And finding Garza downfield open. And that was a pretty good catch by Garza. And then the tackle, like you said, Mark, he broke one. Almost went all the way to the end zone.
So pick up a 31 yards. And with the timeout on the field, Mackay up 17-14. We'll take a break. This is football night in McAllen ISD. Halloween style.
In In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We're here for you every step of the way.
Still in a timeout situation right now. The 31-yard gain a moment ago by the Bulldogs, all the way down to the 8-yard line in Rio territory. It would be first and goal situation. Barca up on his feet now. We heard some applause from the crowd. Rio next week will be back at home against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. Mac High will be on the road at Tom Landry Stadium taking on the Mission Eagles. R.C. Jones. He'll be on the right side once more. First and goal for Mac High here. Another interesting formation. So you have a full house backfield as they hand this off. And now it becomes a rugby scrum as they fight for additional yardage there. So initially a handoff to Greg Cedillo.
The 77 offensive lineman Braxton Maddox pushing. Let's give Braxton credit for a 2-yard gain on that one because of his push.
Yeah, that tush push. Made famous by the Philadelphia Eagles. So here they go on a second and goal. Valdez back to throw, and the pocket collapses quickly as he is sacked by Brian Alanis, defensive lineman for Rio. And they'll bring up third and goal.
You know, the last couple of possessions, that Rattler defense is doing a lot better.
Third and goal for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 13.
Yeah, there was a loss of 6 on that play. Now facing a third down and goal from the 13-yard line. Mackay 3 for 9 on third down. And Jones getting the play signaled in. Valdez saw it as well.
Play clock is going down.
Yeah, 1 second to snap it. They get it off just in time. Valdez being chased, has to dump it off. This is Cedillo with it. Cedillo not going to get anywhere close to the end zone. Is Rio all over that. They'll actually lose a couple back to the 15. We'll see if we see the field goal unit.
Passer number 18, Greg Cedillo.
Looks like we are going to get the field goal unit.
Number 24, Omar
Cáceres will come in.
Loss of 2 brings up fourth and goal from the Rattler 15. Need to attempt a field goal, number 30, Cash Cáceres.
32-yarder.
2-yard field goal. He hit one from 27 earlier in the game. Oh, this is a high snap. They get it off in time, though.
No way, Mark.
Did he hit that? Yes, he did.
Wow. No way.
Rio was all over him, and he kind of had to do a soccer-type toe poke. And toe poked it 32 yards for a line drive right over the crossbar. Look at this. Kind of like baseball when they call a seeing eye double.
Right?
That's what that looked like.
He didn't panic. Either one. The holder and...
Usually on a high snap, the holder will abandon the attempt, but not sure what to do. He went ahead and placed it down, and Cáceres, by that point, had finished his run-up, so all he could do was just kick it with his foot without any kind of forward momentum. That was no problem. It went well over the crossbar. 32 yards out. It's a 20-14 lead here for Mackay.
We'll see how big that play turns out later on in the fourth quarter.
Rio's going to get it now. Of course, it's still a one-score game here. Meaning Rio can take the lead if they can get another touchdown. Minute 55 to go in the third quarter. An exciting ball game here between Mackay and Rio. Gonna have the smile cam right after this kickoff. Back to receive there is Dante Flores. So the kick looks like it might be Flores. It is on the one hop across the 20. 25 has a seam there at the 30 and then up to the 35-yard line. Time now for our smile cam. The Bulldogs just scored, so they'll have should be plenty of smiles in the stands.
Some smiles with a little bit of nerves.
Little ones getting excited. Some future Bulldogs there. There's some current Bulldogs, a student body. Hand off. And that was Mendez on the carry. Across the 25 up near the 40. Excuse me, across the 35 up near the 40.
Fletcher Fisby.
Gain of 3 brings up second down 7.
In on the tackle.
Ball spotted on the 38.
I think he may have had his hand shaken up. It was given a thumbs up to say, I'm okay, I'm going to stay in here. So second down and 7 now for Rio. Hand this off once again. Mendez with a big hole up the middle. First down and more. Now it's a foot race. He's at the 30. One man chasing at the 10. And it's going to be a touchdown here for Rio. Mendez goes 62 yards for the touchdown and has tied the game at 20.
It all starts with a great hole. And Mendez, he's still holding on to the football, Mark. And what a run. He showed off his speed on that one. And here's a big extra point because the game is tied at 20.
This will be for the lead. Uribe, their kicker, is 2 for 2 on his extra points. Hold by Rodriguez. Kick is away, and it is good. And Rio Grande City has their first lead after being down 17-0 at one point. They now lead 21-20. Outscored Mackay 21-3.
Untouched.
After falling behind, you see Mendez with terrific speed, going 62 yards for the touchdown. And Rio has their first lead. We'll be back. It's 21-20 Rattlers. The score here in the third quarter with that smiling pumpkin we just saw. Kind of reminds me of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. A headless horseman used to scare me when I was a little younger. Here's a kickoff fielded at the 12-yard line. Across the 20 is Rivas. Dodges one tackler. And now it's going to be bottled up at the 25-yard line. Mackay still with plenty of time during the last minute of the third quarter. They trail by 1 though, 21-20.
And with a minute to go here, and the Rattlers leading, Mark, I don't think they have been in the lead this late in this season. It's all about they're playing inspired football because the Bulldogs haven't executed like they need to. But when you have an experienced quarterback in Valdez, you're going to be okay.
Saw the replay of the kick return by Rivas for the 20-yard return. Last minute of the third here. Mackay starting at their own 25-yard line. Man in motion is Rivas, lines up in the slot. They give this to Cedillo, sweep left. Cedillo follows a herd of blockers across the 30 to the 33. Gain of 8 on the play.
That's a pretty good response. First play being down by 1 point. It's always interesting, Mark, once you're down, how you might be playing different, knowing that now there's a sense of urgency on your side to make something happen.
Tackles by Benavides and Alanis. And here's the quarterback keeping it. Slides in there for enough of a gain to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And the Bulldog offense.
Yeah, McAllen coaches talking to the defense right there.
Can the Bulldog offense sustain a drive? It has been a while where they've gotten 6 or 7 first downs and a little bit of time of possession on their side. It will be helpful to the defense so they can rest a little bit.
Last play of the third quarter. 1st and 10 for McAllen, and Rivas bobbles it. Unable to bring it in, and Alanis provides a hit along with teammate Ramiro Lozano. Break it up, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Rio Grande City in front for the first time as they get 14 points in the third quarter, outscoring the Bulldogs 14-3 to take a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. Oh, here is a little birthday celebration and recognition for Miss Stephanie Friedland right there in the middle. It's her birthday, McAllen principal. And her staff celebrating her. So congratulations to Miss Friedland, first-year principal at McAllen High School.
Okay, Bulldogs.
Wish her a happy birthday. So ready for the fourth quarter now.
The Bulldogs have 1 quarter here, Mark, to say to determine if they're going to stay in the playoff run.
All right, here's a handoff, Cedillo. Up to the 40-yard line, and a gain of 2 as the teams have switched in. So Bulldogs now moving from right to left.
Cedillo tackled by Omar Alanis, who continues to have a great game on the defensive side for the Rattlers.
Alanis in there on that tackle too. He's probably been in 10+ tackles tonight.
We want to send our appreciation to our supporter of McAllen ISD.
So the Bulldogs on the sideline, thanks to our courtesy of our wireless cam right there. Nice angle. And 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Valdez, 8-step drop. So he throws this, and this is caught. First down. And this is going to be Keith. Keith up to the 41-yard line in Rio territory for a pickup of 19 yards and a first down.
Beautiful pass and catch by Keith. What I liked about that one, Mark, is that Keith came back to get the ball. Made sure that he got it. Secured the ball. Quick move. Was able to gain about 3 or 4 yards after he caught the ball. Big first down for the Bulldogs.
So Keith, a good catch in traffic there. Handoff Cedillo. Cedillo turning his legs, but forced back by the Rattler defender, Zamora. And let's see if they spot this at the 41, so it'll be no gain.
So we're going to go back, Mark, to one of our keys to the game, which was close out the game in the second half. And it's going to play out. Who's going to be able to do that? Who's going to win the game? Who's going to make the big play? Who wants it more?
Bulldogs watching anxiously here. 2nd down and 10. Valdez tipped up in the air. Ball goes incomplete. Nearly picked off by the Rattler defender, Benavides.
It should have been picked up, but I don't think Benavides expected the ball or an opportunity for him.
Valdez has kind of a sidearm throw. It looked like Alanis blitzing was able to tip it up in the air. Benavides almost intercepted. They're trying to set up the screen on the left side. Looks like it was intended for Keith.
Another big 3rd down for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 10.
Bulldogs are 4 for 11 on 3rd down. Valdez wants to throw, has time. Over the middle, man is open, it's caught, first down. That's Rivas. Rivas at the 25-yard line, a 16-yard pickup on 3rd and 10.
And give credit to the Bulldog offensive line. For that play to develop, they needed to give Valdez time because of the pattern that was run. Big catch, big first down. Another first down here, Mark, on a 3rd and long situation.
9.5 to go in the 4th. A swing pass out to Rivas. Rivas tackled in the open field there at the 26-yard line.
Diego Rodriguez.
It's going to be a gain of 1. I'm actually going to say no gain, I think.
Good defensive play by the Rattlers.
Second down and 10 here for McAllen. They trail by 1 point, under 9 minutes to go in the 4th. Valdez back to throw, has time. It's going to be caught. This is Keith. And Keith inside the 15 near the 13-yard line, and that'll be another Bulldog first down.
Good pass again by Valdez. He's gotten hot all of a sudden. And Keith does a great job of first catching the ball and then putting it on a move for about a 4 or 5 yard gain after the catch.
You see Keith there. Keith's had several catches tonight. Valdez up to 240 yards passing. So he had 158 at halftime. Picked up a lot on this drive. He's on 1st and 10. They hand this off. Cedillo. Garza hasn't returned at the running back spot since he was shaken up in the last quarter.
I think he'll come back now because I saw him on the sideline and he's moving pretty good. Expect him to come back.
And you see Cedillo right there. Cedillo, a junior, is listed as a wide receiver, but he also, they can put him in that backfield as well. Versatile player. Second down and 8 now for the Bulldogs, with 7.5 to play in the 4th. Valdez looking to throw. It's over the middle. This is caught inside the 5-yard line. That's Keith once more.
Did I see a penalty or am I seeing
down by 21?
I think everything's okay.
He got to the 4-yard line.
Maybe a 3rd and 1, Mark. Maybe a quarterback keeper.
Line of scrimmage, the Rattler 4.
You see Valdez there.
It all depends on how good your center is. Can he get a pushback?
4th down, or 3rd down and 1. Rivas at the wing. Valdez wants to keep it straight up the middle. Is hit down at the 2. It'll be enough to set up 1st and goal.
That's like a quarterback keeper, but not from under
Tipped
center.
up on the Rattler 2-yard
Bulldogs
line.
are in business.
Yeah, Bulldogs now 6 of 13 on 3rd down. Actually went down at the about the 2.5. It'll be 1st and goal either way. Valdez hands us off to their big offensive lineman. That's Braxton, actually. And he goes in refrigerator Perry style for the touchdown. As Maddox Braxton lined up at the fullback.
There's no way you're going to stop here, Mark.
No way.
What, a 300-pound fullback?
He's about as wide as he is tall. It's just impossible to stop from 2 yards out.
You got to be a good athlete, Mark, to be trusted. When you hardly ever carry the ball, that you're not going to fumble. You're just going to grab that ball and run over somebody. You have to like that play.
Nice to see an offensive lineman get his name called when it's something other than a penalty of sorts. Here's Cáceres. This would make it a 6-point lead. Extra point up there, and it is good. The score now 27-21 in favor of McAllen.
Great response. great response by the Bulldog offense. They needed to do that.
We're going to go to the fan cam now with Mackay back in the lead at 27-21. 6:22 to go here in the fourth.
This is what a touchdown. This is what a touchdown and a lead does for you. Everybody gets ready for the fan sound. Look at the Mackay band. Somebody with a t-shirt from the Dr. Paulo Perez Elementary, the Pioneers.
27-21 our score, and the difference right now is 6 points. Think of the two missed field goals by Rio. The difference right now. One was a miss. Yeah, special teams, always big.
Cash Cáceres is having a good game.
See Flores back to receive. Here's Cottis' kick. Flores to return. Dodges a couple of tacklers. He's going to go down at the 20, though. Flag down. By the way, that scoring drive, Mario, 75 yards in 14 plays. Took 6 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock as Mackay regains the lead with a 2-yard touchdown run by Maddox Braxton.
And the big deal there, Mark, was the 2 third-down possessions where quarterback Joaquin Valdez made great throws. The receivers caught it.
During the return, holding, number 11 on the receiving team. 10 yards, previous spot, first down.
Now the Rattlers are hurting themselves, and they're going to start. Let's take a look at the replay, Mark.
There's that touchdown. Braxton there.
Boom.
And normally you expect him to be a lead blocker. They give to him instead with Cedillo at the tailback.
Look at the
he just goes in and falls forward into the end zone.
Jumped in like a regular fullback. Look at all his teammates, how excited they got.
And that's like trying to stop a locomotive. And here on first down for Rio, they sweep it to the left side.
Well, the good news for the Rattlers, Mark, they have been moving the ball a lot better in the second half than they did in the first half. And number 6, DeAndre Rodriguez. He looks like a real dangerous running back. And of course, that last touchdown made it look easy.
See Rio's coaches right there watching intently. In the last half of the fourth quarter, now we've got another stoppage, and this will likely be against the offense.
During the play, full start, number 53, offense, 5 yards, play second down.
Only the third penalty on Rio, but a costly one.
Yes, with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game, down 27-21. This is not the time when you want to start hurting your team.
Yeah, 2nd and 2 goes to 2nd and 7. We've got 2nd and 10 up there, but it's actually about closer to 2nd and 7. So they hand this off. This is Mendez with room up the middle and gets across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
Sportsmanship by Memphis.
Of 7.
To pick up a Bulldog after he ran. He's dangerous, Mark. We had that big long run in the last possession. Here's the sportsmanship. How about that?
It's Will Hawk on the touchdown. Mendez showing some good sportsmanship there to help him up.
Hitting each other all night long.
You see Hawk right there, one of the captains for Mackay.
5-minute mark.
Yeah, Rio with 2 timeouts to work with. They give it to Mendez. Makes one tackler miss. Boy, he's a classic illustration of a shifty running back, isn't he? Just make people miss left and right.
He sure is.
It's shaken up right now. They'll have an official's timeout. He's able to pick up 13 yards and a Rio first down. That puts Rio over 200 yards rushing. We're going to go ahead and take a break with an official's timeout. It's McAllen 27, Rio Grande City 21, and you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Welcome back here at DQ Fan Field, McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. McAllen on their homecoming has the lead here late, 27-21. We talked about one of the keys to being able to close out games, and both teams looking to do that here as they hand off to Alanis on 1st and 10. They've even thought about trying to throw the football there.
I don't know. That was dangerous.
Finally hangs on to it. After a 13-yard gain, they have this loss here on 1st down.
And you have to remember, Mark, it was Bendis, the player that was shaken up in the previous play. So he wasn't in there as a running back. He's had a lot of success, but what a huge loss of 7 yards.
Yeah.
And the clock continues to run. Now we'll probably be at the 4-minute mark.
There's Braxton, who scored that touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. And here's the quarterback, Rodriguez, running on 2nd and 17. McAllen defense able to string that out beautifully. We're now under 4 minutes to go, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for Rio.
Good team defense right there, because you know you don't want to let DeAndre Rodriguez go upfield. Well, the Bulldogs right there, number 11, the 13, Aiden Ayala, Pablo de la Rosa. It was a timeout.
Timeout called by Rio Grande City. That is their 2nd timeout. They'll have only 1 remaining with 3:55 to go in the game. They're facing a 3rd and 15. Depending on how close they get, they might decide to go for it on 4th down.
Here's the score for the Yankees and Dodger fans. It's 2-2 in the top of the 9th.
Oh, wow. Right there at Dodger Stadium. Cheerleaders having a good time here. Homecoming under Coach Clemens. And, you know, we mentioned the trainers as people who never have an off-season. Cheerleaders don't have an off-season either. They're much more athletic, despite they're part of athletics. Much more athletic than of past generations, and no off season as they cheer at not only football games but volleyball and basketball, boys and girls games, soccer, baseball and softball too.
Big 3rd down and 15. Who's going to make the play? Who's going to close out the game here in the 2nd half?
Chapa's been their key target on several key plays tonight. We'll see if they go to him. Rodriguez fakes the handoff. He's running for his life. No chance to set up. Has to run the football. Is close to the 1st down, though. Crosses the 40 up near the 44. Coach is trying to help the official spot the football, and it is going to be a 1st down.
And the problem with that play on the defensive side for the Bulldogs is that they let Rodriguez get outside.
Yeah, that play looked like it had no chance, but Rodriguez able to use his speed. Picked up 15 yards on 3rd and 15.
New life for the Rattler offense with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Rio at 214 yards rushing in this game as they hand this off. And a short run there by Alec Garcia.
Keep in mind that the Rattlers used 2 timeouts earlier in the 1st half, and they only have 1 remaining.
They can't afford to be completely methodical about moving the football.
Injury
soon they might
timeout.
have to start throwing it a little more than they'd like. Got an officials timeout right now with 3:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. A 6-point lead here for Mackay. They jumped out to a 17-0 lead back in the second quarter. And then Rio outscored them 21-3 to take the lead briefly before Mackay got it back and now leads by 6. We'll be right back.
The Seams Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earn students a chance to win a new car from Seams. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Seams McAllen Ford or always online at SeamsMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Seams.
Welcome back here on football night at McAllen ISD. Next week we'll have McAllen Memorial taking on Nicky Rowe. That'll be on Friday, November the 1st. Rowe will be the home team for that one. Should be a good one. Next games for these two, Rio Grande City is going to go to home to play La Jolla Juarez Lincoln next week. Mackay will be on the road against Mission. Rio 7 to go here. Rio needs a touchdown to tie it up. An extra point would put them back in front. So Rio with 2nd and 7 near midfield. So they hand this off. This is Alanis. Alanis bottled up. He's actually going to lose a couple yards. They'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Job by the defense, winning the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7. You know what's going to happen.
In there, along with Riley Austin.
Look out for DeAndre Rodriguez, number 6, or having a big night, number 22, Ryan Mendez.
Third down and 7 here for the Rattlers. Rodriguez running for his life here. Now gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. Looks like closest receiver was David Chapa.
Great job by the defense, putting pressure. And that was led by Oliver Schwartz.
Let's see what Rio decides to do here with only one timeout.
I think that makes a big difference, don't you think, Mark? Just having one timeout, you might have to go for it.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that they'll have to go for this here. 4th and 7. So if you punt it away, you can only stop the clock one time with that one timeout.
Just keep in mind that the Bulldogs had a real good last possession that created a touchdown. So I don't know if you want to give the ball away to the Bulldog offense and you might not have a chance to get it back. This is where the Rattlers will go with what's working. Defense cannot afford to allow DeAndre Rodriguez, the quarterback, to go outside.
It's a good shot there with our wireless cam, able to look inside the huddle there. See Coach Bechtold standing there.
This is where the defense has to come together. And for Frank Franz, the defensive coordinator. Bob
27-21 our score. And Rio just used their last timeout to talk things over, so they're kind of all in here on this play. All their chips on the table. 4th and 7.
This is the game if the Bulldogs can get a stop.
Bulldogs 2 for 3 on 4th. Here's the blitz coming at Rodriguez. Forced to run. He's going to have to run the whole way. Crosses the midfield, but he's not going to be anywhere close. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Quarterback keeper.
Picked up 5, but it wasn't enough.
Down by 93.
Huge play by the Bulldog defense. They did a good job of putting pressure on Rodriguez right away.
Turnover on down, 1st and 10
some
Bulldogs.
Kind of special package where the defense rushed. But
So the
this time-
Bulldogs will get the ball at their 49-yard line with 2:02 to play, and Rio out of timeouts. Mackay with 1 first down can run out the clock. They lead it here by 6. And on first down, need to avoid any kind of turnover here. First down, they hand this off, pick up 2. That's Garza is back in the game now for the first time since the third quarter.
Yeah, he was running pretty good on the sidelines, and that's good news for the Bulldogs, especially for the next game. The Bulldogs would not run another play maybe to about the 1:15 mark, 20 seconds, yeah, about the 1:13 mark. That's when the second down play will be run. There's 10 seconds.
Bulldogs trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Here they go on second down and 8. Rio rushing everybody. Hand off Garza again, protecting the football with both hands, and is able to get to the 44-yard line to bring up third down and 3.
That was good clock management by quarterback Joaquin Valdez, waiting until the last second in the play clock to get a snap. So now this ball will not be snapped till about 22nd mark.
Yeah, they may not have to run another play.
25-second mark or so.
Once that clock gets under 40 seconds.
Valdez is waiting again.
Yep. Third down and 3. And Valdez is going to take a knee.
Should
that'll do it. They don't have to snap it again, although it's fourth down. They don't have to snap it again, and that's going to do it. Mackay is going to snap their 3-game slide and is going to pick up their 2nd district victory.
The Bulldogs are alive and well. They still have a chance. They control their own destiny.
Still have 2 games left in the regular season. Need to win them both to have a shot at the postseason. But for right now, Mackay, it's a happy homecoming as they pull off the 27-21 victory over the Rio Grande City Rattlers. Both teams will shake hands, and congratulations to Mackay with the 2nd district win of the season, their 2nd win overall this season. Big win for Mackay. Some final numbers, the Valdez, Rivas, and Braxton scoring the touchdowns for Mackay. Rodriguez scored 2 touchdowns for the Rattlers, and Mendez had 1 on a big run. Rivas also scoring on a big pass from Valdez of 79 yards. A couple of field goals by Cash Costas on 27 yards and 32 yards. Helped make the difference here. A 6-point win for Mackay, 27-21. Here on our Halloween version of Football Night in McAllen ISD. Hope you enjoyed it. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, the rest of our MITV broadcast crew saying so long from DQ Fan Field. Once again, Bulldogs win it 27-21. Good night.